Shalom, shalom, shalom. So this class is going to be dedicated to the Most High and the judgments that he is spewing all over the four corners of the earth, but especially here in Babylon. All right. It is Passover season, not even Passover season, it's literally Passover. So we're in the thick of it. And judgment's going all over the country. And we're going to talk about that. All right. So let's start first with Jeremiah 17:7. So death and judgment is going out all over this wicked country. A lot of us call home for now, it's our captivity, but let's not get too comfortable here. All right. Because the way these prophecies are lining up, then it's only a matter of time before this like massive destruction, like where you can't put it back together, happens here in Babylon, and we are taken from here to the wilderness and anticipating the land flowing with milk and honey. All right. So let's bring that out. Jeremiah 17:7.
Hi, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, and whose hope the Lord is.
So you're blessed if you trust in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And what we're noticing is that a lot of the judgments are happening to the people that don't trust the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to remain steadfast, remain focused that, with all these things happening around the country, that this death angel is just bypassing us. You know what I'm saying? Here we are. We all woke up today because you're watching us. So this death angel is bypassing us. So we got to just keep in mind that we got to continue to read, continue to follow these laws, statutes, commandments, continue to be focused, continue to cry out to the Most High like our ancestors did in ancient Egypt. And he, behind the scenes, was preparing Moses and Aaron to go up to Pharaoh and say, let my people go. Our ancestors were still in captivity working. So they didn't check their phone like, oh, the Most High just hit up Aaron and said, and Moses, and you know what I mean? It was all behind the scenes stuff. Okay. Now we could see it, we could look back on it and say, oh, okay, this is what was happening. By the time, our ancestors didn't know these things. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. Not saying nobody didn't have a dream or anything like that, but for the most part, the Most High was working behind the scenes. All right. We're going to talk about some behind the scenes that's happening now, today, in modern day Egypt. Go ahead, read verse 8.
Verse 8. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh.
Salakia. So when things are going on, this is somebody that's trusting in the Most High. He's not seeing all these things. You know what I'm saying? As far as the analogy goes, he's not seeing the heat that's happening around the world. You know what I mean? The stuff that other trees are going through. You know what I mean? The other trees are dealing with. They're not planted by the waters. They're not trusting in the Most High. So that's why in this class, we're going to talk about the things that, they're kind of going under the radar for a reason, though. It's not, oh, I missed that. I didn't see that happen. Yeah, because it really wasn't reported on because America doesn't want you to see it. You know what I mean? Let's keep going.
But her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit.
And neither shall cease from yielding fruit. So in the year of drought, when things are rough, when things are drying up, that tree planted by the water, planted by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, is going to continue to flourish and thrive like nothing ever happened. Okay? So let's also get Isaiah chapter 35, verse 1, and you can hold that while we play this video. Fair Use Act, Fair Use Act. This is a lesson, it's a teaching moment. All right. The Fair Use Act prohibits you to take down this video because it's a teaching moment. All right. You got to say that because we all know who we're dealing with. They don't even listen to their own rules and laws. All right. So this is Saudi Arabia. Yes, that's Saudi Arabia, the desert. So let's watch this video and we'll come back with Isaiah 35 and verse 1.
Mountains in Saudi Arabia's Mecca region.
Slakia.
Mountains in Saudi Arabia's Mecca region have turned a lush green color following heavy rainfalls that fell on the Gulf Kingdom in recent weeks. Social media users have been caught off guard by images and videos of the unique phenomena that have gone.
All right. As you can see, the desert is turning into a plush garden. Can't make this up. Let's get the scriptures on that. You can bring that out. Isaiah chapter 35, verse 1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 35 and verse 1. The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose.
So the desert is rejoicing and blossoming as a rose. This is the coming of Christ's kingdom, rulership. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 2. It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it, the excellency of Carmel and Sharon. They shall see the glory of the Lord and the excellency of our God Yahweh.
So it's blossoming abundantly, you know what I mean? All like the chief places, Lebanon, Mount Carmel, and Sharon. This is what's happening right now in Saudi Arabia, okay? And other places in the so-called Middle East. As we see in Dubai, buckets of rain was falling. So this is not normal. It's a rainy season, but it's not normal in the desert region. You know what I mean? That's why they say, we haven't seen like rain like this in 100 years. We haven't seen rain like this in 75 years, or whatever, because it's not normal. In our lifetime, it's not normal. So with all these things going on. Now, of course, what Issa gonna say? It's climate change. You know what I'm saying? Oh, climate change is the places that normally you're getting rain aren't getting rain. The places that have getting rain a lot is not happening. So vice versa. That's what they're saying. Because of course, climate change at first was called global warming. And then it was freezing during the winter. So they call it global cooling. And then they realized that it went back to being hot again. Like the Most High was just playing with them. And they said, climate change. That's what it is. We'll just call it climate change and they'll believe it. We'll put some tax dollars on it and we'll call it a day. Okay. And also, I say Mother Nature and everything like that. Not giving the respect Yahweh Shem Shai deserves. You talk to the Arabs over there, looked up some videos, what they think about it, and they're saying, whoa, this is what Muhammad said. So now they're saying that this is Muhammad prophesying this, but of course we're reading it from Isaiah, who was born, how many thousands of years before Muhammad? 600 AD, so-called Muhammad was here. So Isaiah was around about 700 BC. Yeah, it just doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, it's like cheating off a test and saying that you passed. No, you didn't prophesy anything. It was already prophesied. All right. Can you read the next verse?
Verse 3. Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees.
So what we got to do, we got to strengthen ourselves. All right. When we see things like this should be like, this is serious. Yeah, yeah. So this is good motivation. You know what I'm saying? Strengthen ourselves, gird up our loins, be ready to meet the maker of all things. Be ready to meet Yahweh Bashem Mashiach Yahushai. Okay? And get ready to meet angels. Get ready to meet the sun. You know what I mean? Get ready to see some amazing things because the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying? Those are like David, or you're going to be like David. And from the house of David is going to be like God, you know? So it's going to be some next level things occurring in the future. So get ready for it. All right. So get your mind ready to see some things, get your mind ready to experience some things. Now, keep in mind, I got to put this out there. Satan is still active right now. Okay. We're not, do not be ignorant of his devices. Okay. These are serious times. All right. With that in mind, okay. Um, these, these videos, these scriptures are to keep you focused in these last days. All right. Stay focused. Go ahead.
God, verse 4, say to them that are of fearful heart, be strong, fear not. Behold, your God Yahweh will come with vengeance, even Yahweh with a recompense. He will come and save you.
Con. Okay. So don't have a fearful heart. Be strong. You know what I mean? It's talking about, strengthen up the weak hands, confirm the feeble knees. Be strong. All right. He's coming with vengeance. And we're about to look at some of the vengeance that has been occurring throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. But that was just a introduction to, and I got another video as well. That's an introduction to what's happening over there. Okay. Khan, you bring out Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 3. Excellent precept.
God,
Man, listen. This is a beautiful time. I hope you guys are cheering. I hope you guys are cheering Yahweh Shai, Shai, clapping it up for the Most High God. You know what I mean? Oh man. What the elders say? Oh man, another Passover. I gotta get another garment. You know what I'm saying? No, this is a time of great judgment on our enemies. You know what I'm saying? You get to see it right in front of your face, on the internet, on the TV. And these are national news stories. Okay. Now that one wasn't, because of course they're like, we don't want them to know that the Most High is making the desert places in the plush gardens, and you know what I mean? And you see the sheep, other videos, the sheep are grazing over there, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just everything's coming back. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see that. They want to see what's going on, local news, somebody got shot, somebody sold drugs. Nah, let's pay attention to the bigger picture. All right. Let's bring that out. Isaiah 51, verse 3, Bubba Shaw.
God, God. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 51 and verse 3. For the Lord Yahweh shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden,
Hmm?
and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody.
Thanksgiving, the voice of melody. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? The wilderness is like Eden, the desert like the garden of the Lord. And that's exactly what we just seen. True story, right? Excellent precept. And if you want to check out more of that, it's all over. You know what I mean? It's all over the internet. All right, let's go to Isaiah 35, verse 5.
God,
And so when we say call out the scripture when you're about to read it, say everybody have it, say Khan. So most high willing, everybody's going to these scriptures.
God.
All right, everybody is writing these scriptures down, okay? Because
Salak.
you know what I mean? Oh, you good. Because of course, like, oh man, it's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. And then 5 minutes later, something bad happens, like, man, it's terrible, terrible, terrible. Nah, man. So these scriptures are supposed to comfort you. You know what I'm saying? And seeing these things is supposed to comfort you and get you out of that mind state that America wants you to be in. They want you to be in that down, depressed, woe is me type spirit. All right. Because you're not, um, you know, you'll be thinking constantly of negative things instead of constantly on Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay. And we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We here at HOI want you to realize the importance of following the law, statutes, commandments, the importance of praying out to the Most High, and the importance of looking at these prophecies, okay, and building yourself up through these prophecies and these scriptures. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're like, man, I ain't feeling, I'm feeling down right now, which you inevitably will. Okay, let's not, it's not just you, it's everybody. We're still in captivity, but these are the things that will come for you. Go ahead, Ty.
Khan, this, brother
Oh,
Raphael.
Salaki, your Ty had his hand up.
Khan, oh, Salaki.
Ty.
Oh, Shalaki. Um, Adawan, did you hear about a small earthquake in Jersey about a couple minutes ago? It said a 2.9 multitude.
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Yeah, it just hit my news break. I'm like, wait, what?
What? Oh man. So there you go. Earthquake in New Jersey. Let's give it up for the Most High.
Yeah.
God, and New Jersey, you know what I mean? Short for New Jerusalem. Anybody's wondering, where that word came from, where that, you know what I mean? They know. This whole country, for the most part, they say it's a Christian country, you know what I mean, named after, people in the Bible, Christian things. So you gotta keep in mind that they know, and then Most High knows. So here we go with a 2.9 in New Jersey. Not normal, by the way. You know what I mean? Anybody in California is like 2.9. It's nothing. We got that every day. Well, we don't. Okay, that's new for us. But all praise to Yahweh Shemal Shai. God, let's bring that out. Isaiah chapter 35, verse 5.
Khan, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 35 and verse 5. When everybody says, say Khan. I mean,
God.
God. Verse 5. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped.
So people that are spiritually blind, people that can't see what's in front of their face, you know what I mean? They're gonna be paying attention now. It's not necessarily talking about physically blind. You know what I mean? It's the wool, as it says, pulled over their eyes, or the eyes are made fat, ears won't hear. But now you gotta see it. Now it's right in front of your face. Okay. And this is the time that the Most High is waking people up. Okay. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 6. Then shall the lame man leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert.
So let's go with this next video. Okay. Streams in the desert, did they say? Wait a minute. This is all prophecy, y'all. We'll get to that. Oh, we'll get to that. No. Let's not jump the gun. Let's not jump the gun. You can imagine what's going on from there. All right. Let's go to Amos 9 and verse 3.
Khan.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Be right back. Slakia. All right, can you bring that out? Amos 9, verse 3.
Khan. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 3. When everybody got it, say Khan.
Done.
Con.
Khan.
Um,
And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
so, you know, think of Leviathan, you know what I mean, as far as the serpent and his description in the scriptures, but also the serpent represents somebody you can't trust, like sneaky, you know what I'm saying? And nothing really more sneaky than the shark too, you know what I'm saying? Because the shark will eat anything. That's what they do. They're apex predators. No, they don't have anybody that is over them to destroy them other than man, of course. But then man loses when he doesn't have his weaponry or when it jams. So let me see if I can find this video.
This is Democracy Now! Democracy Now!
You know what? I don't think let me go back. Because it was a video. I have of course I have the article, which is good. But I like the video because he explains that this doesn't happen. He's like, I've been here a long time. And we don't see things like this. You know, it's Benjamin. So if you can bear with me, I will queue up this video. There we go. All right. So, the scripture says, "Be hid, and though they be hid from my sight," because you know Esau's running. Esau's trying to get away. The wicked flee when no man pursueth. So he's building bunkers. You know what I mean? He's trying to get deep into the earth, and you know, he said, "He will be hid from my sight at the bottom of the sea. Hence, why I command the serpent, and he shall bite him." And what do you think happened to a British tourist as he was in it's not vacation. He was on holiday. It didn't end up good.
Starfish Hotel Water Sports manager Orion Jakarov said in his many years in his profession, he has never seen something like this. He told TTT News the victim Peter Smith and a group of other tourists were having a bath in shallow waters when the unexpected occurred.
I don't think they saw it. I think they were casually, and they were in about waist deep to shoulder high water. So they weren't out of their depth. And I think their backs were turned and they were just kind of lounging around and
He's having a good time. He was having a good time. They were on holiday. Their back is toward the ocean. How dare you? Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? You would think that, you know, sitting there in the ocean, you would check it out, but they, you know, very proud, nothing's going to happen to me, right? And that's obviously that's not what happened.
nobody saw the shark coming, you know. And even while the shark was around and doing the attack, the other people in the water were physically trying to fight off the shark. So, but that's an attribute of a bull shark. That's one of their personalities, you know. But that's why they call that bull shark. Because when they attack, they're attacking like a bull. But again, it's not a type of shark that you see this close in shore in 2 feet of water.
Mr. Jakarov, who said he has first aid training, sprang into action and rendered assistance bringing the injured man to shore. Mr. Smith was then rushed to the Scarborough General Hospital accompanied by the manager of the hotel. He received injuries to the stomach, left arm, and left thigh. The water sports manager said he has been closely monitoring Mr. Smith's physical state.
Well, in terms of the guest and his injuries and his physical state right now, I was just updated that he was flown to Trinidad.
Yeah, airlifted. It's not doing good. Now, of course, they want, the tourists. Let's get Isaiah 48, verse 22. Of course, they want the tourists, to come back, because they make, a lot of their money off tourism. So this isn't good. They closed, 7 beaches? And it's not just isolated incident, if you will. They're being swarmed right now. There's another video where it shows that, and we will get to that afterwards. But and of course Benjamin's cracking up. They're laughing like, look at all the sharks and everything. You know what I mean? So it's some foul language, if you will. So if you can bear with me for that. But you could see all the different sharks that are invading the waters. That's why they closed the beaches. It's not just one shark. It is a plethora of shark attacks.
And they might have to amputate. I hope not. From what I saw, it didn't look serious enough to have to amputate. But just hoping for the best.
Mr. Jakarov said the incident will affect tourists, but urged persons to be vigilant.
Even me, myself, I'm afraid to go in the water today. And that is my job, yes. But being in the sea, just like everywhere else, it is a freak accident. I would consider this a freak accident because it's not something that would normally happen.
Well, this isn't normal times. Okay. Can you bring that out? Isaiah 48, verse 22.
Khan, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 48 and verse 22. When everybody got it, say Khan.
Con.
Khan. There is no peace, saith Yahweh, unto the wicked.
There's no peace for him. What do you mean I'm going on holiday? You can't go on holiday without getting bitten by a shark. He said it wasn't that bad. Yeah, he got bit by a shark. You know what I'm saying? I know you're trying to, this is tourism and this is your job and everything, but he kind of got bit by a shark. Like he might have to amputate. Well, he got flown to Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't that bad, trust and believe, they can just patch it up, a couple stitches. But when you get bit by a shark, okay, it's a shark, man. That had to hurt. And look at all the other sharks. That's what I want to. This next video, Benjamin, he's free with the tongue, so just FYI. But it's just funny that they're laughing at it. You know what I mean? We're okay. Let's get that too. All right, let me. I'm gonna get that, but let's watch this video real quick.
Look the shark! Hey, look the shark! In no man's land! Look the shark! Come on! Get gun, no boy! Oh, get harpoon, no boy! Oh, look the thing, boy! Look the shark! Look the fucking shark! Get grab! Get grab! Oh, get grab! Chop the fucking shark, boy! Look the shark! I can't feel. Nobody ain't got gun, no boy!
All right, let's get Job chapter 5 and verse 22. Benjamin Wallen. Benjamin Wallen. Let's keep watching while we get that. Everybody get Job chapter 5, verse 22.
Got fish gun, no boy. Run that shot down, boy. Let me shot. Let me shot. Let me shot. Let me shot. Forget it, fucking shot. Hey, forget what I shot. That's a real fucking
Benjamin turns up the music like it wasn't no music. They saw the shark,
Con,
got their phones out, turned up the music. Like you see that? See, that's the difference, right? Our people are laughing and joking. You know what I'm saying? Esau is getting his leg bit off. Okay. Let's bring that out. Job 5:22. I'm assuming it's Esau. I didn't see his picture, but a British tourist. That sounds like that's not paying attention. Sounds like Esau to me. Let's go to Job 5:22, Bubble Sean.
Khan. This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 22. When everybody got it, say Khan.
con,
God.
Khan. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth.
They're not laughing. I mean, talking about the beast of the earth, Esau is also a beast, you know what I'm saying? But as well as you can see, they're not afraid of the shark. You know what I'm saying? They're laughing. They start playing music. Okay. Benjamin Wallen,
And that's the fun one.
Yo, man. Okay. Slack. I love Benjamin, man. You gotta love Benjamin. You don't like Benjamin, man. Something ain't right. You gotta love all the tribes. Benjamin is something special. All right. So there it is, a shark attack on a British tourist on holiday, not paying attention, taking a bath. You know what I mean? Bathing in the ocean. You can see Esau probably with no soap. Or maybe they bring their bar of soap. They had no washcloth. They was taking a bath out there in the ocean. Got a whole hotel. You know what I mean? Shower, but just a wild beast they are. And I mean, and some of our people, that's where they take their baths at or whatever like that. But at the same time, you have access to a shower and everything like that. You could just tell everything kind of just spews Esau. Or if it wasn't, say for instance, it wasn't Esau, definitely had a spirit of Esau, not paying attention to nothing, and then the shark coming up and biting them and tearing their leg off. All right, let's go to Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. One thing that is, oh my goodness, I trust and believe this has been an amazing Passover. You cannot ask for anything better other than, of course, being beamed up in nuclear missiles. But the Most High is plaguing this place. He is judging this place. It's for the whole world to see. You can't not see it. Now, keep in mind that Slovakia. Keep in mind that this is post eclipse. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not, we don't got to put a whole bunch of emphasis on the eclipse and everything like that, but this is post eclipse, and this is a lot of judgment happening to the point where can't even see it all. I can't even, you know what I mean? Reporting the news, HOI news is just so much at the same time that I cannot report. It's just not enough time in the day. You know what I mean? Editing a video and then something else happened. And then doing this video and then something else happens. I'm like, man, this is like old news now. The bridge collapsed in Baltimore is literally old news. Nobody was like, oh yeah, that did happen. That was that's major. You can't have a bridge just fall on people. People are sitting there eating their lunch and everything like that. 10 tribes eating their lunch, they fall right into the ocean or Slovakia, harbor, into the water. I don't know. That's old news. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's major news. That's like prophecy because that just kind of hindered Esau's economic system where now things got to go through New Jersey. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, it'll take probably 4 or 5 years to build up again. Now, if it was the Japs, you know what I mean? I have to be, they do it in 3 days. I'm not even trying to, be a jerk about it, but just keep in mind, you know what I mean? And 7 people died. Completion. And a couple of people fell in there, right? The one guy that came out, he couldn't swim. He said the Most High will keep you safe. This probably the one guy that like follows, has some type of mentality towards the Most High. Not saying the other guys wasn't, but how does the guy that can't swim saved out of that? It's at 1 a.m. Man, the Most High is amazing. All right. So now let's check this out. Matter of fact, I want y'all to watch something else. Forgive me, but you got to see this. Matter of fact, should I wait to the end? I'm gonna wait to the end. I'm just gonna make a note of it. Before it's all said and done, we're gonna watch this video. You're gonna tell me that the Most High God isn't destroying and plaguing these people. All right. You might be like, man, I can't even pay my cell phone bill. I gotta spend $20 more to pay my cell phone bill. Well, would you rather $20 on your cell phone bill or be where they're at? You ask yourself, you know what I mean? Be careful what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting destroyed right now. And I got a video at the very end of all this to top it all off. What's happening to their children. All right. Now, I've been saying this for a while, not to boast or nothing like that, but I've been saying it for a while because it's been happening for a while. This is nothing new. But now you get to see a video of what is happening to their children that is destroying Esau at this moment in time. But let's go back to the lesson. All right. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. Hold that, though. So I want you to see this video first. This video is amazing. We was talking about Colombia. Well, it's not just Colombia now. It is literally all around the country. The White House talked about, White House said, hey, y'all need to stop that. And da-da-da. They sent the damn speaker of the House to Columbia University to say, y'all better go back to school. You know what I mean? Y'all better go back to class. And if the president doesn't expel y'all like he should, then the Congress calls on on the country. This is Congress speaking, to expel the president of Columbia University. Now, this is very significant because we know that college is, for the most part in America, a money grab. You know what I mean? You send your children to college. Got to take out massive loans because even the books is $1,000. You know what I mean? So housing and everything, it's just like prison, because when you go to prison, you could buy a little water on the streets for $0.25, but in prison it costs $20. Same thing in college. So that's why you come out and you're in massive debt. So this is a big part of the American scheme. The American dream is the American scheme. Okay. And you're not guaranteed a job. You know what I'm saying? If you don't graduate, you still got to pay back these loans. The stuff that you learn are in textbooks. You can read textbooks yourself. And if you play sports, you don't get any money. All you got, you might be able to go to college for free. You might, not necessarily, but you're bringing in like people from like basketball players from Duke and Villanova and all these places they end up going to the NBA. They have to go to college first, right? Because you can't go from high school to the NBA no more, right? You got to college first. Everybody comes to see you. All this money, you get your jersey and everything, you get all this bread. I mean, the college gets all this bread and they give you nothing. God forbid somebody slips you $20 so you can get a meal for the night. And then the NCAA regulations like, oh, he just took money and he's going to be suspended. And then he can't go to college. He can't go to the NBA. He has to come back to college another year. You know what I mean? It's very, very well organized scheme that is falling apart in front of the eyes of the world. The White House had to talk about it. Netanyahu had to talk about it. And that was just talking about Colombia. Now look how it spread. They're at University of Penn. Look, it's probably in wherever you're watching this from, it's probably in your state. And now the videos are coming out of how the oppression of the Edomites, you know what I mean? Go back to school with billy clubs and snipers on the roof and automatic weapons walking around. And it's spreading like wildfire. Now I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna put it on so you can check it out.
Let her go! Hi, how are you?
Now, for you haven't heard about this, there, as you can see, free Palestine. This is the Revelation 2 and 9ers are blowing the bejesus, you know what I mean, out of Gaza and destroying the Gaza Strip. Rafah, they bombing them. They told them to go there, for safety, and now they're bombing them there. So now the Edomites are uprising because this is not fair. Why? Now, of course, you see scattered amongst the crowd is Jake, but as we'll see in the next video, Jake is the one getting billy clubbed and beat up for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Because why? They ain't supposed to be there anyway. Because the reason why the Gazans, the Palestinians are getting destroyed is because their ancestors enslaved our ancestors. They treated us poorly. Okay? And now they're getting it back from Esau, Amalek. All right, so we ain't got no pony in this race, but the division is unbelievable. Let's continue.
Of students and workers throughout New York City and throughout the country. Yeah.
Also, the beauty of this is that the entitled Edomites are like, you can't make me go anywhere. They have that in their mind, like, this is my country, my rights, and they're getting slammed on their face, and including the professors. You know, professors are coming out there marching with them and like, you can't do anything to me. And the cops like, I can't. They get maced and thrown on the ground and arrested. Okay, so the division, and these are the future leaders of America. This is what um, Netanyahu was saying, like, this is bad. You know, they're supposed to be the ones that are saying, pro-Israel, Israel has a right to exist and all the other stuff, but it's the exact opposite. And they're trying to spin the narrative saying that they love Hamas and, they're they support terrorism, but nobody's buying that. You know what I mean? That propaganda that normally the Babylon has been able to spew out is not working.
We demand peace. U.S. out of the Middle East. Not a conflict, not a war. Stop pushing off! 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 Stop pushing off!
So let me read that when we first started. All praises, out of the mouth of a bunch of heathen. You got a couple jakes in there, but they actually are being moved though. Let's not kid ourselves. They're actually being moved and arrested, and it's mass arrest. And the arrest that happened down in Texas, the judge came and threw out all the cases. So the cops will arrest them, and they're saying, "What are you guys doing? You guys are protesting? That's we have no problem with that." So all cases dismissed. Go back and protest. But after this, we're going to hear from some of the people that got arrested and what happened to them as well. So it's an amazing time to be alive. Let's keep going. Amalek, we're gonna have to escort you away. You're gonna have to get off the premises. Yeah, it's beautiful. And look at Jake doing it. Man, I suggest using your nightstick, officer.
Move! Move the cameras out of the way! Please. I understand you want to get a picture, but move! Genocide! Justice is our demand! Justice!
To the Philippines! From outside to the Philippines! You are funding genocide! You are funding genocide! What? We are all Palestinians in the billions and the trillions. We are all Palestinians in the billions.
All right, so let's bring that out there. Slakia.
God, this is the book of
This is
Isaiah.
Slakia, go ahead.
God, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 2. When everybody got it, say God.
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 God. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
So we're talking the modern day Egyptians fighting against each other, Esau on Esau crime, Edomite on Edomite crime, Edomite on Ishmael crime. It's unbelievable. It's a beautiful thing to see. Now, keep in mind, this is happening all during our Passover, while you're sitting there eating and feasting and having your unleavened bread and enjoying this amazing time. This is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Esau's getting billy clubbed over the head, maced out there in their college campus. These people are seniors. They're going to graduate in a couple months. Or are they? Now, let's watch the next video. Because not everybody's going to graduate, because you spend $100,000 to go to school or more. Columbia costs $80,000 a year to go there. $80,000. And now you can't even go to class. This is an online school now, because the classes are gone. Now that started with Columbia, and you see the balls rolling. What they did to Columbia, and went all over the internet. So all these other colleges are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We stand with our brothers and sisters in Colombia, and we stand with Gaza and Palestine. So now everybody's getting their tents and they're setting it up shop. This is an amazing time to be alive. All right. So what we're going to do is look at the next video, which, looks like, yeah. Make you mute your phone, y'all. Mute your phone. We're going to watch the next video, which talks about what occurred. You know what I mean? Hold on. My bad. As a result. So now we see what happened, right? This is a result, because now they can't eat. They can't go to class anymore. You got to come home and say, Mom, I'm sorry. I know you spent $250,000 on my college education, but free Palestine. Oh, it's a wrap. Enjoy.
Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman with Nermeen Sheikh.
Protests against Israel's assault on Gaza have rocked campuses from coast to coast over the past week amid an intensifying police crackdown. At the University of Texas in Austin, school officials called in local and state police, including some on horseback, who violently broke up a student encampment on campus. At least 50 people were arrested, including at least one journalist. Some faculty at UT Austin are going on strike today to protest the police crackdown. Meanwhile, the Gaza Solidarity encampment at Columbia University continues a week after over 100 students were arrested in a failed attempt by the university administration to clear the demonstration. University President Minouche Shafik had set on Tuesday a midnight deadline to reach an agreement on clearing an encampment, but the school extended negotiations for another 48 hours. On a visit to campus Wednesday, House Speaker Mike Johnson called on Shafiq to resign.
I am here today joining my colleagues and calling on President Shafiq to resign if she cannot immediately bring order to this chaos. As Speaker of the House, I am committing today that the Congress will not be silent as Jewish students are expected to run for their lives and stay home from their classes hiding in fear.
For more, we're joined in New York by Sarah King, member of Columbia University Apartheid Divest. She is Jewish, one of the students arrested at the encampment last week, who's now suspended. We're also joined by Joshua Sklar, a graduate student, University of Texas, Austin, member of Jewish Voice for Peace Austin, who was at Wednesday's protest. We welcome you both to Democracy Now! Josh, there were more than 50 arrests at UT Austin. If you can respond to the House Speaker, who's saying that these encampments around the country are anti-Semitic and pro-Hamas.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I was there with a contingent of Jewish students and we were received very warmly. There were even Jewish Zionists there and they were not harassed at all. In fact, I would say that they probably felt safer than the majority of protesters.
Sarah King, if you could describe what's happening now at Columbia University and your own position. You were suspended?
Yes, I was one of the over 100 students who was arrested as part of a peaceful protest in the Gaza Solidarity encampment.
Bunch of thugs, you know, bunch of thugs. They are arrest records. We want to check their toxicity of their blood. I'm sure it's filled with vile drugs. And now she's suspended. So, you know, and you know what? She's Jewish, you know what I mean? Done sold out her own people. You know, I'm gonna do this. There's that time period. It's like, oh, no, I'm not with them. I'm with you guys. Okay, let's continue.
And I'm one of the students who's been suspended as well. So I'm currently not allowed to be on campus. And I have to say it's the camp itself is very beautiful. It's been.
How'd she get the last name King anyway? What King are you talking about? Yeah, let's continue.
A real place of interfaith celebration and solidarity in support of the people of Gaza, who are now at over 200 days of genocide. But the threat is really coming from Columbia University, which has sent the police on hundreds of its students who are entrusted to its care.
And can you talk, Sarah, about what's happened, how you got suspended and your treatment? I've been talking to a number of Columbia and Barnard students who said that some of them were given 15 minutes to get out of their dorm and your meal card canceled as you're banned from campus as well?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm one of the lucky ones because I live off campus, but many students live in Columbia housing, and so they were evicted from their homes or locked out from their homes, probably illegally in many cases. We're looking into it, and they lost access to their normal food. I had an undergraduate who is low income and was staying with me because she was evicted with no notice and lost access to her meal plan. And it's really very concerning the way Columbia uses the threat of, initially it was just quote unquote, the threat of housing, the threat of loss of food to try to, as a cudgel to get students into the correct political line that is best for its pocketbook, its investment portfolio. And now they're threatening to set the National Guard on us, risking another Jackson State, another Kent State, where students have been killed because the National Guard were set on students. And they're willing to risk the threat of violence at their hands because we're not, consistent with what's best for their board of trustees or for their portfolios.
So what?
Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. We got it. You can bring it up.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 3, correct? This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. When everybody got it, say Khan.
Khan.
Khan. But the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil.
Hold on, Slock it. You got 2 Thessalonians? That might be 1 Thessalonians.
Yeah, this 2 Thessalonians 3 and 2.
No, 2 and 3.
Oh, Salakia. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 3.
Matter of fact, bring that out though, since you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
This is back to the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse 2. Salakia. Okay, I read 3 and 3, Salakia, but do you want me to bring it back out?
No, bring 3 and 3 out.
Khan. The book of 2 Thessalonians 3 and 3. But the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you and keep you from evil.
God, so you know what I mean? We always say, if we get, called a different scripture and another one comes out, then Yahushua pulled that scripture. That's a good scripture. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is faithful, who shall establish you, you know what I mean? And keep you from evil. So the Most High is establishing us and keeping us from evil, keeping us away from all this stuff. You know what I mean? This is the collapse of Babylon. And we ain't got nothing to do with it, Well, we got something to do with it because we are following the law, statutes, commandments, and the scriptures, and the Most High is destroying this place. All right, so let's bring that out. 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 3.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, and verse 3. When everybody got it, say Khan.
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 Khan. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
So the son of perdition is being revealed, obviously, throughout the four corners, because all these protests are dealing with these fake the imposters, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with the imposters and the world seeing it. Let's not forget the viral TikToks and the viral videos that went around talking about Yahushua being a so-called black man and the prophets being so-called black people. They have TikTok, they have access to YouTube and social media, so they saw, what millions of people have seen, and that's the president of Russia saying this. All right, so they're being revealed. They're like, y'all people ain't the real Jews anyway. So why will we, go to a college that's giving you so many millions of dollars to fund a war? So they're being revealed. And that's a good place to have camp right now. You know what I'm saying? When these college campuses, and to bring out the word to our people that are there and that are saying, free Palestine, without reading Amos 1, you know what I mean? Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right, let's keep going.
What about your response to Mike Johnson being invited to speak at Columbia University on campus?
Salakia, also let's get Sirach 6 and 13 on deck. Sirach 6, verse 13. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 6, verse 13.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, first, I think it's shameful that he was allowed there. Like, I myself am not allowed on campus. I'm, one of many talented and promising students with bright futures who have been banned from campus. But Mike Johnson, who is an open racist and white supremacist, along with people like Gavin McInnes, the head of the Proud Boys, they were welcomed on campus yesterday. And to me, that really tells the story of what's at stake here, which is that the students fighting for Palestinian liberation are part of an interracial coalition. So many Jewish students, Muslim students, Black, Brown, Arab students working together for the cause of freedom on one side. And then on the other side, you have political opportunists like the House Speaker who will take any excuse they can get to come after that kind of interfaith, multi-generational coalition fighting for freedom. And right now it happens to be under the guise of something like anti-Semitism. But, there's no substance to it at all. And I think anybody who came to campus and saw The worst prosecution that the Jewish students on campus are facing is from Columbia University. We were disproportionately banned by Columbia because so many of us are part of the Gaza Solidarity Encampment trying to prevent a genocide in our name.
And Joshua Sklar, you wrote a piece in the Austin Chronicle. We Need a Ceasefire Now, it was called. The subtitle, Anti-Palestinian Violence is Not on the Other Side of the Globe. It's here in Austin, too. If you can talk about that and how protesters were treated yesterday. You had riot police on horseback?
Yeah, I think that there's been this narrative that that there's been rampant anti-Semitism, and this simply is not the case. The people who are being targeted are Muslim students, Arab students, and especially Palestinian students. Police came in on horseback and they attacked protesters. I heard from other students that during an earlier part of the protest, they were clearly targeting brown people and women.
You heard that? Targeting brown people. Let's get Sirach 6 and 13.
Khan, this is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6 and verse 13. When everybody got it, say Khan.
Khan.
Khan. Separate thyself from thy enemies and take heed of thy friend.
We're supposed to separate ourselves from our enemies, not go to a protest with them and stand arm in arm. Because, of course, the Edomite cops come in there and they're like, let's see, who should I arrest? You. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be. Which one don't belong? You know what I'm saying? So they're even in the midst of this chaos and all these people, they will pick you out of a crowd to throw you in jail. That's how much they hate us. But we're supposed to be separated from them. You know what I mean? But he said brown people and women. So if you're a brown woman out there, you're gonna get maced, like it happened in Emory University. She was a pastor, actually. You know what I mean? I don't know if she ever read, women should remain silent in the churches. Might have skipped over that part in the New Testament, but anyway, she gets maced or pepper sprayed, and they get shot with rubber bullets over there in Emory University down there, I believe, in Atlanta. Let's keep going.
I wasn't there personally. This is what I heard.
Let me ask Sarah King a final question. We have 10 seconds, and that is 48-hour extension goes till tonight. What are the plans? 10 seconds, Sarah.
I think most of the people at the encampment have already agreed to risk arrest, and they won't move unless moved by force or until Columbia concedes to our demands, which are for divestment, amnesty, and financial transparency.
We want to thank you both for being with us, Sarah.
And I don't think any of that's going to happen, but somebody's going to have to, it's going to come to a head. I think today's going to be an important day, but we're going to be gathering and, enjoying ourselves and not really worrying about what's happening with them, but trust me, I will definitely be on top of it. Okay, let's go to Isaiah 47, verse 11. So that's not all. When it comes down to it. Oh, also in Israel, they're being bombarded by bombs by Hezbollah. And Dietrich let me know that they do give money to collegiate athletes, but you got to be probably the top. You know what I mean? Selling jersey and, you know what I mean? Like, what's his name? Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be on some, I'm about to get #1 spot. Everybody comes to see me to get a couple dollars. If you the sixth man or the offensive lineman, you're probably not going to be getting, big money for playing college sports. But apparently they did, make some changes so they actually get a couple dollars, because a lot of them collegiate athletes, they be struggling. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got cars on campus, clothes, you know what I'm saying? If you unless you come from a wealthy family, you spending every dollar to get there. You know what I mean? Books and all that. But you know, so they do give them some money. So I slack you on that. Let's go to Isaiah 47 and verse 11. Baba Gashar, we talk about what's happening in these Edomite households. It's bad. It's bad. We talked about it before, I believe Wednesday, regarding what happened in Oklahoma. Papa was upset. Papa was arguing with Mama. Papa pulled out the pistol and shot everybody. People say it's an isolated incident. I disagree. Okay. Let's bring out Isaiah chapter 47, verse 11.
Khan. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 11. When everybody got it, say Khan.
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 Con.
Khan. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Con, so we don't know what happened. It was a good family. You know, I always see them. We wave. You know, their kids play with my kids. Man, listen, them things coming out suddenly. That destruction's coming. El Rapido. Okay? El Rapido. Here we go. This happened around our way, Chester County. I'm gonna give you a heads up. Didn't end good. Well, for them. Oh, Slovakia. I don't mute.
Yeah, in the last hour, we've learned a lot more information. That 76-year-old identified as Roger Hanks, who's now charged with the murders of his wife, Judy, and his daughter, Emily, all allegedly because of a dispute, leaving this community shocked.
It's pretty shocking when something like this happens in your neighborhood so close to home.
It was a scene neighbors describe as unusual here in this quiet cul-de-sac. This home on Wiltshire Drive surrounded by police vehicles and crime tape.
The first texts we got were, there's been a shooting in the neighborhood. They're not really sure what the situation is. You start to hear some of the choppers flying around. You start to think to yourself, what's going on?
Brian McFarland says he knew the couple who owned the home where the bodies were found. He described them as welcoming people. Troopers from the Avondale Barracks arrived just after 6:15 p.m. on Thursday to this home and found the 76-year-old in the garage. They then took him into custody. The troopers said they discovered two people shot to death inside shortly after. According to documents, Hanks shot his wife after they got in an argument while he was cleaning his gun, and is quoted saying, "If you keep up, this is going to go off on you." And he then...
Yeah, so of course she wasn't available for comment, but this is what he's telling the cops. Like, I'm cleaning my gun and she's arguing with me. Not the smartest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't argue with somebody that's cleaning their gun. But he said, if you don't stop, this is going to go off on you. Now, the other article that I read says, you keep talking, I'm gonna plug you, which now is, I've taken that, and I will be using that as well. You know what I mean? I don't have to say it to nobody, but I think it's funny. I will plug you. That's Edomite lingo. Let's keep going.
And told police he pointed the gun at his wife and it went off, but said he didn't know it was loaded. Hanks said his daughter then went into a rage after seeing Judy collapse. He then pointed the gun and said it went off.
It's heartbreaking to know that.
Now, we can all agree that sounds like BS, that guns just don't go off by themselves. But damn it, this is Passover. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It is possible that the gun did just go off. But likely, no, not really. He shot them both. But the spiritual things that's happening in this Passover, you really can't discount anything. It was bring this up a few times, called The Conjuring. The devil made me do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like the person does something that they're not protected by Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. You know what I'm saying? They're not following the law, statutes, commandments. So the little whispers they're getting in their ears is coming from the adversary rather than the Heavenly Father. And they can't tell the difference between the two. And that's something that is happening in Edomite homes all around the world. And 2/3 homes. So they don't get a pass either. But Edomites are dealing with a lot right now.
People that you meet every day that you experience, you expect to have a similar experience as you in life, and that things could turn that quickly, that tragically.
Hanks is now facing several charges, including first-degree murder. In East Marlboro Township, Yukari Nakayama, NBC 10 News.
All right, Yukari, thank you for that report.
We begin tonight.
Yes, thank you, Yakari, for that report. Esau, he's cleaning guns, he's shooting his family up. This is a collapse of society. You know, from the inside out, Babylon is falling, from the college students to the families destroying each other. Now we're going to get into one thing Yahweh Shema Shai says he would do. All right. We're going to queue up this amazing footage. Slakia. At first, let's go to Nahum chapter 1, verse 2. Nahum chapter 1, verse 2. And for those that have been a part of HOI Philly for a significant amount of time, you know this is one of my favorite scriptures, if not the favorite scriptures. It's hard to break down, you know what I mean? But it's difficult to break down what's my favorite, you know what I mean? Because it's all pretty good. But y'all know, it's near and dear to my heart. And God, yeah, you get it. All right, let's bring that out. Nahum chapter 1, verse 2.
God, this is the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse 2. When everybody got to say Khan.
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 Khan. Yahweh is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth, and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
Khan. Go ahead.
God. Verse 3. Yahweh is slow to anger, and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
Not at all acquit the wicked. He's not at all going to acquit the wicked. Well, they're doing good. He's not at all going to acquit the wicked. Pay attention. These people are finished. This is done. This is over. This is the time elapsing is making things worse. It's like, when is it going to be me? You know what I'm saying? When we're awakened, we're like, oh, wow, we're God's chosen people. Okay, let me follow these law, statutes, commandments, and repent. They're awakened like, you mean God hates me? What? Yes. And he's not at all going to quit you. Like, you're not going to get off on this. You know what I mean? If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, you're going to get judged terribly. Okay, go ahead.
God. Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet.
Clouds are the dust of his feet. Okay, so now with that, let's go to Isaiah chapter 47. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. Oh, sure.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 3. When everybody got to say Khan.
Khan.
Khan. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So what's happening to Esau right now? He's being uncovered. People can see everything about him. You can see the lies, the deceit, the fraud, the wickedness. Okay. And also, the Most High said, he says, I'm not going to meet you as a man. You know what I mean? He's not sending his son back as a man. He came back as a man already. So he's coming back in other ways. Okay. The nature that's occurring on the planet Earth is far beyond our realm of comprehension. How many tornadoes can you fit in one day? I don't know. Dozens. How many tornadoes can you fit today? It's happening right now. As we're having this class, there are tornadoes all over the Midwest. And I start looking at the towns that they're being hit. 98, let me see. I'm not going to make anything up. That's way too late in the game for that. This is in Iowa. The exact location, what was it? Midian, Iowa, I think. I look at the demographics of these places, right? Just to check out, see, who's getting touched on. Racial makeup of this town in Iowa, 98.7% white, 0.2% African American, 0.2% Native American. Native Americans own the whole country. So any place where you see is 0.2% Native Americans, this is the place where they slaughtered the Native Americans. Okay. And then the 0.2% is probably Esau saying, yes, I'm from the Cherokee Blackfoot tribe. Can I get a check? We call them $5 Indians, right? 0.5 Asian, 0.5 Hispanic, Latino, or any other race, 0.5. So 98.7 Edomites. What's this? This is, I believe, it's a town, Elkhorn. Yeah, Elkhorn, I believe that's in Nebraska, near Omaha, if I'm not mistaken. Elkhorn, 98.75% white, 0.13% African American, 0.25 Native American, 0.33 Asian, 0.20 other races. So pretty much 98, almost 99% of them is the Edomites. All right. They're getting a lot of problems. A lot of bad things are occurring right now with them. Yeah, let's bring it out. Luke 21:11. They're getting destroyed right now. It's like really bad. I mean, gosh. It's almost like they did something terrible to God's chosen people. And it's almost like God hates them. Yes. Let's get Luke 21, verse 11.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 11. When everybody got it, say Khan.
Salaki.
Khan, go ahead. Somebody says Salaki.
Yeah, I did. You can start at verse 9.
Khan. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, starting at verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. But the end is not by and by.
Khan. Right now, Slakia. Right now, a fisher quote unquote boat, Chinese landed on in Taiwan on an island. That's not normal. You can't do that. They're about to go to war. Hold on. What is this? Is it a spy? Are they spying out the land? Taiwan thinks so because they made the news. Just happened. All right, go ahead.
God. Verse 10. Then said unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
And that's what's happening. Nations rising against nation, kingdom versus kingdom. Go ahead.
And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famine, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven.
And I believe a earthquake just happened. Where was that at? Earthquake just occurred. It was a 6.1 in Indonesia. Japan had a 6.5. That's a significant earthquake. Okay. And diverse places. Pestilence. I mean, what we got? Now you got the bird flu that people are getting now. You got the bubonic plague that killed somebody. I believe in New Mexico. Leprosy in Florida. Measles. Pretty much, I don't know where measles isn't at this point in time. You know what I mean? Not talking about it, but that I mean it's not happening. So this pestilence is all over. Okay. And fearful sights, you know, fearful sights. Famines are occurring, you know what I mean? And it will be increased in these latter days. And the sights, great signs be from heaven. I'm talking about point precision, the precision of a tornado, how one house can be spared. It can just destroy a whole block and one house can be spared. The precision of Yahweh Shem Shai is unmatched. How? Because he's God. You know what I'm saying? He knows exactly who he wants to hit and who he doesn't. Let's go to Isaiah 29 and verse 6. Matter of fact, hold Isaiah 29 and 6, and we'll watch the video, and then we'll get back. Because some people ain't wake up last night. That's all I know. Or wake up last night. Wake up this morning. And a lot of people ain't going to wake up today, too, because they're occurring right now as we speak. Let's go.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Dozens of tornadoes touched down in at least 3 states, including Texas, Oklahoma, and Nebraska. Take a look at this massive funnel cloud tearing across an interstate north of Lincoln, Nebraska. Large pieces of debris can be spotted flying through the air as the twister spins just out of control. In addition to tornadoes and torrential downpours, parts of Texas, including Arlington, were hit with hailstorms, some as large as golf balls. And the threat is far from over. This dangerous system will stretch from Michigan to Texas with twisters, large hail, and damaging winds straight through the weekend. It is tornado season, and CBS's Omar Villafranca will start us off tonight from Ennis, Texas, which is currently under a severe weather alert.
Dramatic moment. Let's go to Jeremiah 51 and verse 1. Now, remember in Job, we talk about you can have a scripture that means multiple things, okay? So this is obviously one of them, okay? You can bring that when you got it. Jeremiah 51 and verse 1.
God, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 1. When everybody got to say God.
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 God. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, and a destroying wind.
So, also, of course, the destroying wind will be the thermonuclear bombs, you know what I'm saying? The icing on the cake, if you will, that you see when a nuclear bomb goes off, the impact is immediate, you know what I mean? The wind blows cars, houses over in a fire as well. But also you can look at this as destroying wind. He is putting tornadoes all over Babylon. You know what I mean? And it dwell in the midst of them that rise up against him. And this is what these people do. They rising up against Yahweh Shemel Shai, not hearkening to the obvious signs, not paying attention, you know what I'm saying? Not bowing down immediately, you know what I'm saying? So what's happening? They're getting destroyed. Just like those college students, they seen the videos out there with the pictures of the Russian icons. Obviously, they don't care. They like it. We love it. Also, they, the whole eclipse, it's almost like it happened 50 years ago. Almost like, oh, nothing happened. Let's just keep going back to normal. They like it. We love it. So let's see what happened to these people that rise up against Yahweh Shemel Shai.
It's along Interstate 80 near Lincoln, Nebraska this afternoon as a dangerous tornado crossed the highway, flipping a semi-truck. Storm chasers stopping to check on the driver narrowly missed being hit by debris as the twister tore through.
He's okay, he's okay.
Houses shredded in Douglas County, some taking a direct hit by the destructive tornado. A newly built neighborhood with a few homes still under construction, now gone.
Well, I think we all know where we're going with that. Let's go to Malachi. Newly, what are you doing? Are you not paying attention to what's going on? Who told you you could build a house? You know? I don't remember anybody giving you permission to build houses. They don't know, but we got to figure this one out. Matter of fact, start at verse 3. Malachi chapter 1 and verse 3.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 3. When everybody got to say Khan.
Khan.
And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So God hates Esau. We all get that, pale face. Go ahead.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
What did the Most High say?
They shall build, but I will throw down.
What happened to those Edomites over there with that tornado?
They shall build, but I will throw down.
Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever.
Forever. Anybody remember seeing Sandlot? Forever. You gotta emphasize on the fact that he has indignation on those people forever. So the elder was bringing out on the live yesterday, they got camps talking about, oh, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Well, I switched over now, so he hates Jacob and loves Esau. He said, I will have indignation forever on these people. So as we're waking up, finding out that we're God's chosen people, they're waking up, finding out that they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. And the stuff that's happening to them isn't no by accident. Ain't no accident reason why this stuff is happening. These are pinpoint precision to the minute, to the T, to the millisecond. Tornado starts developing here. Tornado, oh, well, the high pressure system and da-da-da. No, the Most High God created the high pressure system. The Most High God created the clouds and the rain, and for the high pressure and the low pressure to meet at this particular time. Okay, so science doesn't take away from God. Science just lets you know what God is doing. You know what I mean? But let's keep going.
This is the dangerous storm that we are tracking right now here on the Weather Channel, a confirmed and large destructive tornado.
That is a tornado.
Multiple tornadoes ripping through the state.
That is a tornado in Lincoln, Nebraska.
With reports of major damage, including a building collapse near Waverly and a train blown off the tracks.
Wow.
The violent tornadoes also tearing through central Texas, like this massive one near Waco. The same storm pelting Arlington with hail and heavy rain.
Mute your phone out. Mute your phone. Got hear a lot of noise in the background.
here in Texas, first responders will be on standby all weekend because of the severe weather. And this afternoon, just this part of the state had tornadoes, hail, high winds, and heavy rain in just a few hours. Margaret?
Omar, thank you.
Yes,
I am going to make you a bet.
Omar. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate you, Omar. Now, Omar got to stay out there. He said first responders are there all weekend because it's not stopping. What a Passover extravaganza, cherry on top. And the precision of the 98% 0.999 damn near of Edomites that live there. You know, Jake ain't getting involved. Jake is, you know what I mean? And it might be just 100% Edomites and one Edomite that identifies as Jake, you know, like a Rachel Dolezal, whatever her name is. And let's see how the Most High, he said he would visit this place, right? Let's see how he's going to visit this place. Go to Isaiah 29, verse 6. Always I remember when the Elder Torah brought this scripture out and the things that happen as a result. It's a powerful scripture. All right. But let's bring that out. Isaiah 29 and verse 6.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 6. When everybody got to say Khan.
Khan.
Khan. Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire.
So the flame of devouring fire, storm and tempest. All right. Go ahead, read verse 7.
God. And the multitude of the nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision.
So Ariel was another name for Jerusalem. Okay. And what did it say? It said the people that fight against her. You know what I mean? People that distress her. Do these Edomites distress you? I know they distress me. So when I see something like this, I mean, all praise to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they should, if they were smart, they stop distressing, but we're in Passover season, so they double down. Just like Pharaoh, let my people go. They're like, nah, it's just the way the low pressure system and the high pressure system works. Okay, let's just keep going then. Let's go to Psalm chapter 148. 148 and verse 8. These people are getting it. They're getting you know what I mean? They're getting what they dished out. And it's a process. It's a very refined process of destruction that the Most High laid out for this Babylon. And it's like we'll go back to that. The first scripture we read, you didn't even see the heat. You know what I mean? Like what? It was 20, how many tornadoes in 3 states? I went to sleep last night and woke up. I didn't know what was going on. Yep, some people went to sleep last night and did not wake up. They got to tally out that. Did you see those houses? Those newly built houses? Destroyed. Let's bring that out. Psalm 148, verse 8.
God. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 148 and verse 8. When everybody got to say God.
God.
God. Fire and hail, snow and vapor, stormy wind fulfilling his word.
Khan. Mute your phone, y'all. Mute your phone. If you're not talking, mute your phone. So when you say Khan, just go right back on mute. Public Ashar. All right. Read that again, Bubble Shaw.
Khan. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 148 and verse 8. Fire and hail, snow and vapor, stormy wind fulfilling his word.
Stormy wind fulfilling his word. All right. Mute. All right. So, yeah, that looks like stormy wind, and it's fulfilling the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He said, I'm not going to meet you as a man. Well, guess what? He's using nature to destroy our enemies. All right. Now, let's go to Isaiah 19 and verse 1. All right. Go to Isaiah 19, verse 1, because what will Passover be without mute your phone out, mute your phone. It's a lot of noise in the background. What would Passover be without chariots in the sky? You understand? What did he say? The Israelites followed cloud by day and fire by night. What would Passover be without a amazing chariot sighting in the sky? Now we can go with the one in South Philly. We saw that, you know what I mean? A brilliant blue, electric blue chariot that went down into I believe the Delaware River. We could talk about what happened in California, this amazing angelic like being floating through the sky. Not even floating through the sky, just spinning in the sky. We're like, that's blue beam. I don't see it like that. You know what I mean? I'm figuring when blue beam happens, it's something that's going to be on MSNBC and CNN. These stuff is just like it's not being talked about on the massive scale that they wanted to talk about. Okay, they don't have access to this type of power. Don't give Esau credit for everything. Esau sits back like, yeah, I did those tornadoes and I did that earthquake. No, they didn't. All right. Trust in the Lord. He said he's going to do it. He's doing it. Let him do it. All right, let's bring that out. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1.
Khan. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 1. When everybody got to say Khan.
Khan.
Khan. Khan.
Khan.
Khan. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Khan. The heart, the mind of the Egyptians, they're melting. They have no idea what's going on. You know what I'm saying? These idols are moved. And it's not just talking about the idols of, the Statue of Liberty getting struck by lightning. You know what I'm saying? The idols that people place over Yahweh Shem Yahushai, these celebrities, these politicians, these people that think they're so much better than everybody else. No, they're being moved. Okay. And the swift cloud, let's get that. This is all happening Passover. Now, did this video, I think this video was taken, is recent, you know what I'm saying? And I think this was taken during Passover. So let's check this out. And also, let's get Psalm chapter 68, verse 17 on deck.
That the next time you get a window seat on a plane, you're going to think of this next story, and you're going to think of the guest who is going to talk about this next story. Michelle Reyes was flying over New York City with her daughter, and she was sitting by a window. When she did what a lot of us do, we, take pictures out the window, nice video of the New York skyline. It's an amazing view. But what Michelle did not expect to see was a cylinder-shaped object zipping across her line of sight near LaGuardia Airport. Was it a bug inside the plane, maybe? Well, she played the video back to look, and no, it was not a bug. Whatever it was definitely outside the plane, and it was flying on its own, and it was really, really fast. Michelle Reyes joins me now exclusively, and I want to welcome back Ben Hansen from UFO Witness on Discovery Plus as well. Michelle, thank you so much for being here. First of all, wow, that was pretty alarming stuff. What did you do with the video, and did you reach out to authorities to share it with them?
Thank you for having me. And when I realized that I had something like this on the video, the first thing I did was I emailed the FAA to let them know what I saw and maybe it was a safety hazard. I reached out to them. Unfortunately, I haven't heard back from them. They didn't acknowledge my email. And then I sent it to Enigma Labs and the National UFO Database.
And any response?
Enigma Labs was the only one who responded to me. No,
So
that's
your
how I got in
dad
contact.
apparently. Oh, okay. So, and as I understand, your dad is a former Navy guy, so you were able to share with him as well. What did he say?
I showed it to him first, and he honestly had no idea what it was either. He had no idea. He was just as baffled as I was.
Did you guys settle on the fact that it maybe was a drone? It was going awfully fast to be a drone, but was that the best guess?
He thought it may be a drone, but he didn't think that it should be where it was, that close to the aircraft. So he really didn't have an answer for me. He was just as clueless as I was. He's seen a lot of things, and this he couldn't give me an answer, but if he had to guess, he would have said drone.
So it's a good thing Ben Hansen is here.
So keep in mind, Ben Hansen is a former, I'm putting my quotation marks, FBI agent. A lot of these people are sheep dipped. That's why they're the ones that they go to get interviewed, and all they got to say is something that can make you sway in a different way. Like, well, I mean, it could be a drone, but da, da, da. That's all they're there for. Okay, that real slick talk of a little bit of doubt. All you have to do is put a little bit of doubt in people's minds, and we'll do the rest type time. Okay, so with a grain of salt. Ain't no daggone drone going that fast anywhere. They ain't make them yet.
No, you host a show called You.
And Slovakia, this is near the LaGuardia airport, which means they're not even allowed to have drones there. You know what I mean? That'll be a huge breach of security, and it can cause aircrafts to collide, so forth and so on. You know what I mean? So what they'll do is, in order to reflect, or deflect rather, the current situation, they'll have, like in Philadelphia, last night they said last night or this morning, a bomb scare at Philadelphia International Airport. Now, was it really a bomb scare, or was a chariot in the sky, so they had to down the planes? These are some things that, we don't know for sure, but we know that Esau lies to cover up what's going on in the sky. Let's continue.
UFO witness, what do you think about this TikTok video, Ben?
This was incredible, honestly, because it took a while just for us to get in touch with Michelle. It wasn't for her posting it on the app. Someone had borrowed, stole it from her social media and posted it as if they were her friend. So we had no idea who she was. We were looking up flights and trying to figure out which flight she was on. When we finally were able to contact her, she, for me, has been completely just genuine, sincere. We've now started to analyze the video, and I feel a little awkward saying this with her here, but find no evidence that she faked this or hoaxed it. I didn't from the beginning, but we had to run it through, the proper, data analysis, and it's there. It's very clear, which is unusual. So to me, I feel as though this is probably something not terribly far in the distance, but there's problems with the theory of it being something as simple as an insect, which I would suspect this was happening, on the ground. We're talking 200 plus miles an hour at this point. Her jet is, so it passes in about 1/7 of a second, and it's present in 5 frames of the video. So there's a lot we can dive into with this, but we're
shiny giant, really fast insect. It definitely doesn't look like an insect. It certainly looks like the Tic Tacs that we've seen in other naval videos as well. And Michelle, did you say there was someone else maybe on that flight who you later were able to determine saw this as well?
Yes, I had posted the video onto my social media, and one of the other moms on the flight, she said that she had noticed it when she was in the air too. So I wasn't the only one who saw it. So it was kind of, you know, a little more like nerve-wracking that someone else also saw what I saw.
Well, I hope the authorities are watching tonight, and I'm sorry to say, you know, that you didn't get the attention that you should have when you alerted them to videos like this. I think it behooves all of us to just at least forward the information. We don't need to make judgment on it, but for heaven's sake, acknowledge that this is unusual, and it certainly does resemble some of the other unusual things we've seen before. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
All right. So let's go to Psalm chapter 68, verse 17.
Khan, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 68, verse 17. When everybody got to say Khan?
Con.
Khan.
Khan. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Yahweh is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place.
Khan. So just like in Mount Sinai, the Lord is amongst us. Okay. He said he's gonna, visit this place. Well, how does he visit? You've seen it. You know what I mean? Earthquakes and storm and tempest, and you could literally see the chariots in the sky. It's an amazing time to be alive. And we're not done. Let's keep going. Now, no, we saw that, right? Now we peeped that. Pretty sure we are all aware, or if not, about the massive. Matter of fact, let me just stop. He'll explain it all. Let's just keep going. So we got chariots in the sky. Now what's happening in the ocean? Let's figure that out. All right, I told you it's going to be an extensive class because a lot happened. I couldn't put everything in, but there's a few more stories that we just have to touch on in the time period that we're living in right now.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Over here at ventusky.com, looking at today's significant wave height map. Look what's returned. This is today, the 25th. Looking at April 9th, this is what we saw a couple of weeks ago, this strange anomaly that appeared over here deep in the southern Atlantic Ocean. Again, there's something else down here showing significant waves. Once again, we're going to step this forward 3 hours at a time, go up to 8 a.m. You can see the waves are still there, showing some sort of a disturbance, anywhere from 52 feet up to 63, 75 feet. We're going to step it forward another 3 hours. And you can see this is taking on a different shape.
You can't tell me that that's not pointing to the west coast of Africa. You can't tell me that because it is, okay? But let's keep going.
Turning into what looks like a giant V, to where this last one back on the 9th stayed basically the same shape on its journey from the southern Atlantic Ocean up towards the southwest coast of Africa, remaining much like that the entire way. This thing here, as you're going to see, spans out a couple thousand miles and turns into what looks like a giant V. Here we go, still implying a wave disturbance down here in the southern Atlantic Ocean. I'm going to continue to step it forward 3 hours at a time. Watch the shape change. You can see it's still the same disturbance in the same general area, but it's not moving to the north. It's staying down here in the southern Atlantic Ocean and getting wider. It's a much broader field, but you can still see the horseshoe shape. Looks like a big U down here in the southern Atlantic Ocean. And you're starting to see this new.
So when he's going forward, this is the projected, because he put this out a day ago. All right, today's so-called Saturday. So these are projected. This is what they think is going to occur.
New feature that goes through the center. See it? What looks like a curved rope. We're going to step it forward another 3 hours. There it is. that curved line going through the center of what looks like a giant horseshoe, occupying now most of the South Atlantic Ocean. This is tomorrow. We're stepping it forward 3 hours at a time. This would be tomorrow on the 26th at 11 a.m. Again, spanning a few thousand miles. We'll go over here to zoom.earth and just kind of measure real quick the general area spanning from right around deep South Africa over here to the South Central Atlantic Ocean. And you can see somewhere around 2,600 miles wide. And that's approximate. And there's the one from the 9th that didn't get quite that big. And here's the disturbance according to ventusky.com tomorrow at around 11 a.m. So going back in time to right now, this is supposedly what the disturbance looks like deep in the southern Atlantic Ocean. Once again, originating from the same area, but it has a much different shape, showing a wide area of disturbance. So it makes you wonder exactly what's going on with this instrumentation. Is there really some sort of disturbance down here? Maybe an underwater disturbance that isn't necessarily visible via satellite, or even over here at Zoom Earth, it looks perfectly normal. But for some reason now, back in February, twice now in April, we're seeing disturbances in this part of the world, unknown significant wave height disturbances that are mysteriously showing up over here at ventusky.com. This is the second time in just over 2 weeks now, second time in April, seeing a large wave disturbance deep in the southern hemisphere in the South Atlantic Ocean. Also, guys, make sure you go over and check out Rockstar Preacher's YouTube channel. You can find a link down below in the description box. He has...
All right, Rockstar Preacher, whatever. Yeah, so that's going on in the sky and in the ocean. Okay, now let's see what's going on with 1 second. Yeah, what's going on with the banks? They're not doing too good. All right, we'll get some scriptures on that, but let's play it for now for time's sake. Okay. And I didn't watch this video, so it's kind of like I'm watching it with you. I seen like the very beginning, and I'm like, this seems pretty good. But the next one is mainly what I want to talk about. This happened 6 days ago. So the bank failure that happened yesterday, this is opposite of what he's talking about right now. Okay, let's go.
So we are going through some very interesting times right now where we are seeing banks are refusing to give us our money. If we go into a bank and ask for cash, the bank is most likely going to tell us no, or they're going to ask why. They want questions. They want to ask you questions and get answers so that they do not have to give you cash. One of the reasons why banks most likely don't have a lot of cash on hand. So I want to break down what's going on, what we are seeing, what just happened in Canada, but what we are seeing right here in the United States. So make sure you stick around and watch this entire video. I'll explain exactly what is going on. But all I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So I first want to play you a clip. This is from the Royal Bank in Canada, okay? Where the banker, the teller, is refusing a customer's withdrawal. Just look at this. Just listen to this interaction.
Wait, I don't understand. What are you talking about?
So I will either give you a bank draft, or if you can get cash, I will need an invoice for the car purchase.
Why? No, I'd like to, it's for if the car's payments for in cash. I can't use a bank draft.
You buy it from like a private?
Yeah, it's private.
person?
It's literally from my friend.
From your friend?
Yeah, but he wants his cash.
Can he give you like anything that you want to purchase it from him?
No, I don't. You don't need that. Bro, what is it? I'm only asking for 3.
I know.
What is this? It's my money. I'm allowed to withdraw from my own bank account.
Yeah, so
You said that what's the maximum limit you can give a withdrawal to a customer? It's $3,000 on the date. You've already mentioned that multiple times.
So right there, and we'll finish this in just a second, but this teller is telling the customer
that the maximum amount that they can give is $3,000. Okay, $3,000 on the date. Now, with that said, he's asking for $3,000 and she wants to give him a bank draft. And then she's asking, well, do you have anything from your friend if it's a private sale? Really, a banker doesn't need that. Okay, it's your money, you should be able to access it. Well, here's the problem. We are now starting to see tellers asking more questions. Remember years ago when we were told that anything over a $600 transaction would have to be reported to the federal government. Okay? And many people shot that down. Terrible idea. They're not going to do it. They're going to pull their money out. They're just going to go cash. Here's the problem. Right now, if we go and pull money out of the bank and we get cash, the concern is there are many restaurants and businesses that are cashless, that they do not accept this as legal tender. Okay, it's a huge issue. Now, I want to read you a few emails I received and also.
All right, let's go to Isaiah 19, and let's start at 8. So, what's going on? A lot. Okay, a lot. You can't even go in the bank and get your own money. So that's in Canada, and we're going to switch over to what's happening here in America. We can bring that out, Isaiah 19, verse 8.
God, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 8. When everybody get it, say Khan.
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 Khan. The fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish.
Khan, so just talking about, what's happening in Egypt, and, the fishers back then, of course, even now, they make a significant amount of money. You know what I mean? It's a very profitable career. You know what I mean? And at this point in time, Egypt right now is in mourning. They don't know what's going on. Their waters are languishing. Go ahead.
God. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave networks shall be confounded.
So they're literally confounded right now. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? I have $3,000. I have what do they say in trading places? I have $150,000 in that bank. You know what I mean? He couldn't get his money out. They're like, get up, Louis. So, America, get up, Louis. Get up off your knees. You're embarrassing yourself. Go ahead.
God. And they shall be broken in the purposes thereof, all that make sluices and ponds for fish.
Khan, the foundation is crumbling. Okay. They're losing. Go ahead.
Khan. Surely the princes of Zone are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is becoming brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings.
Khan. And when you go back to verse 10, the sluices and ponds for fish, what I mean, the wages, the finances, the money, they're broken. This is a broken system, and the wise man have no idea what's going on. All right, let's watch this guy for a couple more seconds, see if he has anything to bring out, and then we'll move on.
Comments. Okay, this is stuff that's been happening lately, and one of the interesting things is now banks are closing our accounts. If we come to the bank and we ask for, let's say, $5,000, and you are somewhat of a disruption, the bank will most likely close your account. It's crazy, but they're doing it. Okay. Now, I want to read you a few things first, because what we are facing moving forward is the threat of cyber attacks as well. And according to the IMF, they say cyber attacks risk triggering bank runs. They say cyber attacks are becoming so frequent, malicious, and costly that they risk triggering bank runs, according to the International Monetary Fund. So the fund warned that rising cyber threats now pose serious concerns for financial stability and could push companies into insolvency. It has sounded the alarm amid research showing that the number of malicious attacks has doubled since the pandemic. Now, let me read you a couple comments, okay? Listen to this one. And I quote, banks have been slowly refusing to give cash for years. My bank used to give up to $10,000 before the pandemic. Now they will give up to $3,000 in a single day unless you have a cash order. Do banks just not carry cash anymore? Well, the answer is no, they don't, because the laws changed. Banks, I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe they had to hold like 4% or something of the total amount on deposit. They had to hold so much, and I believe it was like 4%. Okay. Now, according to reports, it's likely less than 2%. So chances are it's going to be about 1%. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Can you read verse 11 again?
God. Verse 11. This is the book of Isaiah 19 and 11. Surely the princes of Zon are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, Salakia, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings.
And the princes of Zoan, these are chief places in Egypt. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. Go ahead, read verse 12.
Verse 12. Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what the Lord of hosts have proposed upon Egypt.
Yeah. So he's like, where are they? Where these economic people, these economic, okay, so this is what's going to happen in the stock market today. Where are you at? Where are you? Where's your divination? You're supposed to be, talking to the Horus and all these Egyptian gods and deities. Where are they at? They're not here no more. I'll tell you what's going on. It's getting bad.
Troubled base Philadelphia Bank, Republic First Bank, was collapsed and was seized by state regulators.
Well, look at that. During Passover here in Philadelphia, the First Republic, God bless America, it done collapsed. Most High is showing signs and wonders all over.
Fulton Bank reached an agreement with regulators to take over Republic's first nearly 36 branches in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. They will reopen under the Fulton Bank name. This branch in Media already has a temporary sign-up. This is the first regional banking failure this year.
You see that sign? That sign, it printed off you know what I mean? Just printed it like, hey, we're gone. Yeah, your money, we'll see about that. You know what I mean? How much did you have? Okay. Oh, that's a lot. I don't know if we're gonna be able to cover that. Because what they say, they covered like $100,000. Man, God forbid people have millions of dollars in there. They're gonna be fighting the rest of their life to get that money. Because the bank collapsed. So, couple more scriptures, y'all. Thanks for hanging in there. I could keep going all day long. This week has been monumental. Yahweh Shemel Shai is destroying this place. The judgment is all over. He is waving a hand over these modern day Egyptians. Salakia. All right, let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Now, this is a good one. Okay, we talked about the colleges already, destroying the mind state of how important Egypt is. I mean, Slakia, Israel is, and And the beauty behind what Yahweh Shem Yahshua is doing is that we can all see it for ourselves. You know what I mean? So it happened in the college, and now it got really close to home with Amalek. Really close to home. Let me queue up to see which video I have next. So Salakia, just want to make sure we're in line and okay. Yeah, we're good. Let's go with yeah. Yep. Let's go with Second Ezra 9 and 3, Baba Kashar.
Khan, this is the book of Second Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 9 and verse 3. When everybody got to say Khan.
Khan.
Khan. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world, then shall Salaki.
Okay.
Verse 4. Then shalt thou, Salakia, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
So pretty much what we're seeing is we're going to talk about the earthquakes. Well, we talked about the earthquakes, but we'll really get into, I think the earthquakes are really coming down, more. Like I said, 6.1 just happened today over in Indonesia, and 6.5 in Japan, and a 2.9 in New Jersey. It's pretty diverse. But the uproars of the people, Amalek's falling apart. So you got Hezbollah bombing them on the north, Hamas bombing them in the south, Iranian through their drones and their bombs over from what's that, further east. Now he's got to get Turkey involved and Egypt, and they'd be completely surrounded. Now, let's see what's happening internally, because internally they're getting destroyed as well. It's their own people. I mean, come on. Where's the Revelation in 2 and 9 pride at? It ain't there no more. This is where it's at. Enjoy. Oh, Slakia. That like God's chosen people to you?
No.
Come on. What in the world? You come out the house looking like that? This is terrible. You know what I mean? I could, we go back to what did he, hey, come on. Really? Is that the daughter of Zion? Ugh. Yeah, no, their beauty. What was it, Judith? Their beauty, you know what I mean, is gonna make the other people hate them. Really? Is that gonna make other people hate you and want to destroy you because of that beauty? I don't. I don't see that. Yeah, let's keep going. All right, so I remember seeing that one already. I think they're just replaying this, but yeah, uproars of the people, right? And their defense minister, I believe, had to get gone, right? He had to leave pretty quick. And let's cue up Matthew chapter 12 and verse 26. You can hold that. Matter of fact, yeah, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Yeah, you can bring that out now. Matter of fact, Matthew chapter 12, verse 26, Baba Kashar.
Khan. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 26. What everybody got to say, Khan?
Con.
Come.
Khan. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
Look at that. Look at that. That's Satan. Look at that. Look at Satan falling. The collapse. I mean, they ain't got no irons out there in Israel. She could iron that shirt before she came out the house. You know what I mean? Put in some steam, have a steam shower or something. Put underneath your bed, flatten it, do something. But look at that. God's chosen people. Look at that. Unbelievable. Nope, not at all. The imposters are going to war with each other. And Satan is casting out Satan. How can his kingdom stand? It's not. You know what I'm saying? Not, Satan is being destroyed right before our very eyes. Okay. So we're gonna go to the next. Like I said, this is um this is the last uh story. And then one video. Before we go, you gotta see this video before it's all said and done. All right. Let's go to Exodus chapter 17 and verse 16. And you can hold that. We'll play the next video. Matter of fact, no. I'm gonna start with this video, Slakia. So if you remember, Christians that were holding the cross and you know what I'm saying, all that, got spat on by those Revelation 209ers, right? By the sunscreeners. And the far right minister defends it. Okay, so we're gonna see what happened and see what happened to him.
טוב, קודם כל יש מנהג יהודי כתוב. כשאומרים ליד מנזר או ליד כומר יורקים, אפשר להסכים או לא להסכים, אבל ככה...
Ancient tradition to spit on people you disagree with. That's what he says. Ancient tradition. Okay. Go ahead.
יורקים לצד, אני לא חושב שזה מבטא...
יש גם מנהג יהודי, כל מנהג יהודי קדום אנחנו...
He said we must practice every ancient Jewish tradition, you tell me?
אנחנו חייבים לקיים, תגיד.
לא, זה לא העניין, זה לא העניין, העניין הוא למה להפוך את זה לעניין פלילי.
He says this is a criminal matter? Well, in America, you spit on somebody, that's assault because you're using your bodily fluids to assault somebody. So yes, it is criminal. But he's far right. He's more like the Matt Gaetz of the Israeli, confederation, you know what I mean? The people that go overboard, he's the guy that goes up to the Temple Mount and be like, yeah, we're going to run this. We're going to own this. We're going to kick everybody out. So this is the guy we're talking about. Okay. So what happened to him during this amazing Passover season?
לא, לא, זה לא העניין, זה לא העניין, העניין הוא למה להפוך את זה לעניין פלילי.
So, real grimy, dirty group of people. All right. So hold Exodus 17 to 16. We'll get to that. The next video of what happened to him yesterday. That's him on the ground. Or maybe that's not him, but he's on the ground. He's in light to moderate condition in hospital. The jaws of life. Seems to be a war on Amalek. Shout out to Deacon Sakari. Make Jew I can't respect. Man, his car flipped over. I had to get that jaws of life to get him out. And I don't know if that was him on the ground right there, or his security, or his daughter. They all look the same to me. I don't know. But they are in hospital now. And you're not really talking about it like that. And well, you know why? Because they're realizing that God is judging these people. All praises to Yahweh Shemel Shai. I know that the driver set him up. He said, "Oh, you're late. Let's go into this traffic right here. We got God with us." No, you don't. So happy Passover to everybody. God's judging this place. Let's get Exodus chapter 17, verse 16, Baba Kasha.
God, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 17 and verse 16. When everybody got it, say Khan.
Con.
Con.
Khan.
Con.
For he said,
on the night of March 5th of 2024, a young girl was wiped.
Slakia. Go ahead.
On the night of March 5th of 2024.
Keeps going. My bad. Go ahead.
Exodus 17:16. For he said, because Yahweh has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
He's having war with them. This is fun. This is fun for the Most High God. Loves judgment. And the beauty of it is he's still alive. It's still a lot more to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, he didn't die. Man, it would have been merciful. The Most High would have killed him. Now he's gonna have to deal with the back aches and the pain and the concussion and all that. So he's gonna have to recover, and then the Most High gonna destroy him again. And then he'll recover, and then the Most High gonna destroy him again. It's just like a cat playing with a cat playing with a mouse. You could have killed that cat. I mean, that cat could have killed that mouse off top. But the cat wants to have some fun. So the Most High God's having fun with these people. And we get to see it, which is great for us. You know what I mean? Talk about entertainment. Who needs Netflix and chill when you can watch, well, not Netflix and chill. Who needs Netflix and entertainment when you can just watch the news? All right, so the last one, I want you guys all to enjoy this. What's happening to their children? Yeah, their children are being vexed immensely. But how you children? Your children good? Good. That's all that matters. Esau, not so much. So this is gonna be the last video. talking about the judgment, the Passover. Like I said, I can go on for another 3 hours, but time permitting. Let's see. That's what we're gonna see. What's going on in the Edomite household? You were like, "Dag, Jill," or whatever, you know what I mean? Karen, look, you haven't slept in days. It's like, oh, it's been a lot, When she says this, it's been a lot, that's what she's talking about. I want you to notice too something. Notice the white balls of light flying by her bed. Okay. See that? One more time, just in case for anybody doesn't see it. It's right over here. Whoop. That wasn't a moth, by the way. And you're gonna see it go underneath her bed. Right there, over. All right, so welcome. What did it say on was it Tales from the Hood? Welcome to hell. You know what I mean? Let all these curses flood upon our enemies, continue to destroy them, continue to vex them in these last days, and uplift the righteous of the 12 tribes of Israel. By Shema Mashiach Yahushai, Kwom Yasha'Allah, we got next. It ain't stopping. You know what I'm saying? We keep following these laws, statutes, commandments, crying out to Yahweh Shema Shai like our ancestors did, and he kept throwing them plagues over there at Pharaoh. And that's what's happening now, throwing them plagues over to these disgusting, ratchet Edomites that have vexed our ancestors for centuries, currently vexing us. The Most High God is going to continue to destroy them by Shema Mashiach Yahushai, Shabbat Shalom, Kwom Yasha'Allah. We got next. Shalom.